do this. Hello everybody, and welcome to Vitamin D&D. Sorry, I see you there. I needed to start loud so I could actually have energy. Hi everybody, we're going to step into our Icewind Dale campaign very, very soon. But beforehand, of course, we're going to give a shout out, as always, to some delightful friends. First, of course, is our proud affiliate, Hero Forge. Bessie, what is Hero Forge?
Hero Forge is our hero, and it forges friendship.
There we go. So if you go to our About page, you can click on the link. There's a referral link for you there. You'll get a discount on friendship. Where you can design your own customizable 3D miniature. Also, if you're watching this, you know what Hero Forge is. So go get a discount. Roll me survival. See how you can make it.
25.
Bam! Bessie knows. That's Forge's friendship. So go check it out. And of course, another huge shout out to Marco Golfi Studios and Philip Melvin, the fantastic composer who keeps me constantly inspired with how hard he works. So thank you very much. Go check their stuff out. They're incredible. You'll be hearing them in the background. So if you like what you hear, they've got a shit ton more. So go check it out. Anything else? Does anyone else have anything that they want to talk about at all? Oh, new setup.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. So this is, for the most part, this is going to be what you guys see. There'll be a little more decor going forward. Microphones might be coming from the ceiling sometime in the future, and from here the quality only gets better. But for now, comfort is there, and maintenance is a lot easier because we have a room dedicated for it.
So he doesn't have to be like overheard by my dice of just like piling up. Hello? You there?
It's interesting to think this started in the living room, right? It's just out there with like a little monitor on the table.
We always fight for the best spot.
Yeah, everyone fought for that spot on the couch and a little chair.
Jesse got it most of the time, let's face it.
Yeah.
I know fight.
Yeah, I'll entangle you. And now we have our own little space where we can be comfortable, and it's only going to get better from here. So that's cool. That's some cool news. But that's not all, because we're going to cut to a recap. If you're joining us for the first time, or if you're just like looking at cool shit, we're going to be cutting to, in a second, a delightful animated recap from episode 1 till now. It's not like a whole thing. It's like 2 or 3 minutes. Perfectly narrated by our own Jennifer Reed. Thank you, Jenny, for doing it. So go ahead and check it out. It's really cool. It's going to take you guys right up to the most previous episode each and every time. We've planned that out, and it's going to be really cool. So we'll cut to that in a second. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to say at all? No? Alright, sweet. Then we're going to hop on in to this next episode of Icewind Dale. Right, Frost Maiden.
The land of Icewind Dale withers under an endless night as Ariel, the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's fury, creates an aurora that blocks the sky each and every dawn. The cold ravages the lives of the citizens of 10 towns that struggle to keep alive and well during this time. One fateful night, several foreigners gathered in the town of East Haven for a drink and a seance by the town bard, only for a different ghost to emerge in the bard's blood, claiming vicious hatred for Donna Bunny, the tiefling blood hunter. The battle looked bleak until Born the Forgeborn. The dwarfen barbarians' rage burst out of dwarfen spirits to combat the ghost. In this ancestral fury, the dwarfen spirits inhabited each of the newcomers, empowering them, repelling the ghost, and uniting the team. Joined by Tobias Kinsley, a human rogue on the run from his vicious father, and Gwyndian the Great, a strange undead wizard who's only been conscious for 2 weeks, the good people ventured forth to try and help the people of 10 towns, even finding the serial killer, Sefik Caltro, and bringing the Cray zealot to justice. They've traveled to an old spire of ancient build and magic, where they not only granted life to a simulacrum of Darzan, a wizard of the Arcane Brotherhood, but also reincarnating Gwyndian the Great to her original self, a high elf whom Donna Bonnie knew. They ventured far into the wild to Donna Bonnie's old pirate ship, the Dark Duchess, to battle the ghost from the tavern, reincarnating her old crew to torment her, where he revealed Wynne the Great was Lilith, a fellow crewmate before she died. Donna Bonnie killed her and ate her to survive in the freezing, harsh wilderness. They've struck a deal with a blind ancient white dragon who sports a dead wizard on her back, whom they now owe a tremendous amount of what sounds like gold. They've battled giants in Jarlmoot in a challenge issued to Borla Forgeborn, proving her to be worthy of a powerful sword and re-sparking an old alliance between the frost giants and dwarves of old. They've survived an ambush by Tobias's own father, who came all the way to Icewind Dale only to torture the heart of his son. With the aid of his friends, Tobias slayed his father and inherited his empire of wagons and criminal connections. They've defended the town of East Haven from the Du-Agar invasion, where they sent the giant and monstrous mechanical dragon made of Shardalin to wreak havoc. Uniting with the stealth and precision of the mysterious half-elf rogue known as Crano, they were able to turn the tide of the battle and save the town from certain destruction. After the speaker of the town was killed in the siege, Tobias was elected as the new speaker, anointing the rest of the party to positions of power to help East Haven rebuild. The first main task was to invite members of the Arcane Brotherhood to help find a mysterious book that may hold the secrets of Ariel, the Frost Maiden. It was here Crano revealed they were in fact Callian Cathana, the daughter of a prestigious and very wealthy family from Neverwinter, and that one of the members coming was her own brother Krato. The discussions were tense and formal, but the Arcane Brotherhood now accompanies the good people to the Dark Duchess to finalize the deal with the ancient white dragon.
Nope. Gotta keep it in.
That was quite the animation, huh? Alrighty, so picking up exactly where you guys last left off, the meeting with the Arcane Brotherhood has come to a close. One of us has snuck out the back end, hoping not to run into their brother. And as we sort of disperse out into the night, our guests taking their respective places inside the city, you guys have one more night, as we've decided in the morning we're heading back to the Dark Duchess to meet Ancient White Dragon, seal a deal, and hopefully move on forward. So, my friends, as we pick up, we're going to stick with Callian. Please roll me a stealth as you've now buckled out of the window, hoping to keep quiet onto the streets, heading back to the house, I believe.
So close. It's almost an 18.
Well, what was
14.
it? 14? Okay, cool.
I rolled a 2.
The window is in a different direction from the door. So, as you start to book away, you don't seem to notice, and I'll go off of your passive perception on this, you don't seem to notice your brother or anyone in particular following you. But as you start to sort of whip and weave this every now and then, just the chaos of the moment, bopping a little crates, and there's a head that turns before you sort of tell out as you head back towards the house. At this time of the night, as you're able to open up the door inside it, you see the usual sight that you guys see at the end of the night these days. It's Charlie Booker. Your large friend is just currently sitting on the couch. The dogs are currently all around him. There's like 2 of them at his feet, 2 leaning on his head. And then Ronaldo, whose paw is still kind of sore, is just sort of sitting on the side of the bed, and he's just kind of chilling with his pooches and a beer. Oh, hello!
Crano.
Crano? Callie?
Just stick with Crano.
Crano! Hello, Crano!
Hello.
Hello, where is everybody? The house is quiet.
Yeah, we were at a little meeting down the road, you know. Doing our new job and everything.
Sorry, you didn't tell me yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
How was the building today?
Oh, it's good. We're making we're making some progress, but you know, Ronaldo and Remy want to build a whole theater district, and we want to do something really cool for Gwen. You know, she's the sorceress supreme. We gotta get like some cool things in there. So we found someone who can make like glass pretty, like different colors and whatnot.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Tobias wanted like a whole like light circle thing with different colors and a pattern and whatever. That's not my department. I'll just put it in.
Oh, I'm sure Gwen will love it though.
How'd the meeting go?
It went really well, you know? Pretty good. You know, we got to make some decisions, but we will be heading out in the morning.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Well, so fortunate. Do you know where?
I'll let Tobias tell you. He knows far more than me.
That sounds good. I suppose I can stay up a little while. Come on, boys. Yeah. He scratches the dogs and they kind of just get a little bit excited. And he's like, alright, if that's the case, maybe a cup of coffee instead of beer. I want to do. I'll just put down beer for coffee. And he sort of gets his large form and he kind of lumbers over to the kitchen, pours himself coffee, like a grown-up, and leaves you to go.
I'm the person who can't tell him that he's not coming. So I'm like, I'll let Tobias tell you. Oh gosh, dang it! I was like, I'll let Tobias tell him.
Alrighty, well, as you go ahead and change into your gear.
And the only thing I'm gonna add
Yes,
is
please.
I bought some like extra cloth and stuff.
Correct.
I'm going to add over my face a piece of cloth, so all you can really see are my eyes.
Cool. Cloth, hood, usual thing. Alright, Krano is fully clothed. And
Before I was not.
Before you were not. Before you take it. So, as Krano is currently disguising herself, assuming the persona of Krano, we're going to cut back to the original team, who I presume, unless otherwise stated, are leaving in the usual manner through the door.
With our legs and feet walking.
Don't know what to do with my hands. Just leave them. Do I swing them or walk?
So as the wind kind of rustles through the sort of night time of East Haven as you guys get out, you do start to notice the members of the Arcane Brothers sort of Valine is kind of already heading out towards the hill. The two little kobolds are sticking very close to her side when there's sort of other people walking around. They just kind of as she walks rather confidently towards it. Kratos, however, walks towards a very extravagant looking tent that seems to have sort of bellowed off at the side of this wagon. I will ask for an intelligence roll from you, please, Mr. Kinsey. Okay.
He's the only one with any smarts here, so didn't ask the rest of us.
You're pretty smart.
I just have no wisdom.
9. You don't know the model or where it's from, but there's only one family that has ever made something this extravagant as a wagon, and that's your own. As you definitely, this is one of the Pristina models that your father had released for high kind of clients, but past any sort of information as to what it is or any information about it, I'm afraid at this moment. For the wagon? Yeah, so I mean what you guys see is essentially close to about the size. If you had to put two elephants side by side, that's kind of the element of the size of this thing. It is made with thick wood that seems to be sort of reinforced by different colors of steel and copper and sort of pieces. It's built to look extravagant, as some of the sides of the ridges seem to like kind of come up. So the sort of thick sides of the wagon kind of hold a mechanism that is able to sort of lift up and then kind of fold out, sort of be tented, almost like a pagoda. So this is essentially, if you had to imagine,
tour bus.
kind of, or if a member of the royal family was accompanying an excursion during a war, it's so much easier to kind of carry this tent that can be used for war meetings and, you know, comfort, allowing foreign dignitaries to stay in something lush.
What pulls it? Alright, do I know?
Roll me a perception check.
12.
Well,
Not rolling so
rolling
hot
today.
today.
Just look out the window. Have you ever seen a horse?
yeah, taking the time to kind of look around, and we'll use your passive perception because of the observant feat. Anytime you use your sight, it's just you have the feat for it. You don't see a large hunkering animal. It's strange. And you don't notice what possibly could be floating. You would guess like a mammoth is a smart idea, right? But you don't see any of the mammoths that you're aware are on the outskirts of East End at this moment in time. Yeah.
Real fancy dicks. Is he going inside right now?
Yeah, you see him approaching it. It's still quite far from the distance, but he's easy to find because of his sort of golden orange hair, and he is accompanied by a very large automaton that's stumbling outside of him. And you kind of now see the heads of commoners just like, and people just pulling their kids away from this large automaton that seems to be walking with them. You do, however, see inside the sort of begoted out wagon, he's brought some servants, some people along with him. There's occasional individuals that seem to be camped outside, maybe keeping watch out, but then you see servants attending cloth down, maybe cooking some food, just sort of doing duties off inside that area.
Wow, well, should we go ask to go inside the tent?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
It looks very cool.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You don't want to go check it out?
I have no interest in going in that.
Well,
Why?
we're,
It's creepy.
we're gonna go in it.
Like, we're riding in it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, why? Too fancy?
It's a bit gaudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Live a little.
Yeah.
you
Okay,
want to.
well, Orla's got style advice now. Alright. Let's go in.
Alright, Borla, are you gonna follow, or are we heading off to a direction?
I'll go look.
Yeah? Alright.
That's fine.
So, the four
They shamed me into it. It's
I'm
fine.
sure there's alcohol in it.
So-
Hey.
I do have adulting to do today, so I need some alcohol.
Alright. Well, as you guys
Perfectly
start to approach this area, it kind of latched out, and by the time you guys get there, Kratos clearly sort of departed inside, and you don't see the large figure itself. It just eventually does kind of sorts us out. You can just kind of see it just sort of almost in like a patrol, kind of sentinel sort of mode. But there's a guard that's standing close by with a sword and shield, standing by a sort of lit brazier fire that you don't recognize, because clearly they brought with them and sort of ignited it there. He's a young human male. He's sort of long blonde hair that goes almost down to like the middle of his back. It seems to sort of been brushed apart, and then the helmet kind of fitted over it. The cloak that he's wearing seems rather lush. It might be a little bit higher scale than a typical member of the militia. Sort of stares up, and as he approaches, he doesn't sort of adjust himself kind of physically at all in a threatening manner, but he does raise a hand before he says, "Well, sorry there, guys. Can't let you go any further unless you guys have a specific appointment to see Mr. Kaisena." Mr. Kaisena?
Are you talking about Kratos?
Yes, sir. I do believe that is his first name. But if I use it around him, most likely I'm going to get something thrown at my face.
Really?
Or the back of my head if I'm not looking directly at him.
He'll do that to you.
Him or someone else. You know, he'll employ people to kind of keep people inside life.
Of course.
Okay, should we befriend a new NPC?
Hold on,
Because this
it's
guy
online.
needs help, and he's really charming, and
Well, thank you very much.
Hair and whistle.
What's that? Sorry, ma'am?
I love your long hair and whistle.
Thank
Great.
you.
Yeah, you're doing great.
We would like to speak to your boss if we could.
Certainly, sir. If you wouldn't mind, please waiting here. We could go and give him. I'll go ahead and notice you.
All right.
Oh, God.
Do you mind keeping a watch? And he looks up to the automaton, who just kind of just stares at you, sort of motionless. Most of the times, I assume that that's a yes. I'll be back in a second. He starts walking on in.
Wait, what's your name?
Roll persuasion.
I'm not a taker, but I love this guy.
It's -1. Let's.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Bad,
half
not bad.
speech.
18.
18? He turns around, he's kind of shocked that you asked. Oh, name's Reith.
Reith.
Or, whoa.
Yes.
Reith.
Yeah, I understand because of the impediment. It's hard to hear a fifth. Maybe this was a joke by my parents. I don't know if they planned that I would have a lisp. But, you know, they both did, so I think they knew.
Yeah.
So, but yes, it's Reith.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be back in a
Nice to
second.
meet you.
Pleasure. Sorry, what was your name? You asked me so kindly, and I did not respond with this kind of kindness.
I'm Donner.
Donna. I can say that one.
Tobias.
Oh, I didn't know you. I didn't know you. You're the speaker.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Lovely town. Apologies for the damage that happens, but it seems you're doing splendidly for it.
Well, thank you very much.
Alright.
Welcome.
Round the circle. Oh yeah.
Ma'am, if I may ask your name?
Yeah, it's Borla.
Paula. Lovely. I can say that one as well. That's a good one.
My name's Gwen.
Gwen. I
Yeah.
can say that.
And you know what? You can just call me Toby if you want.
Toby.
Yeah.
Here we go. Donna, Toby, Paula, Gwen. It's a pleasure meeting all of you. Lovely city. I'll be back in about a second of information as to the answer if Mr. Kaisana would like to see you. So, that's what I'm going to go
Let
to
us
right
know
now.
when he hurts you.
Roll persuasion.
Look into my eyes.
Blink twice if you need help.
12.
12. Okay. He starts disappearing. Out towards the wagon. The entrance of this wagon, by the way. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sweet. So there's a bit of sort of a carpet that kind of has been rolled over what looks almost like a tarp that sort of has been laid down over the snow. Keeps the furniture and blankets and camps and everything from getting wet. And it sort of disappears into this wagon. And in the front of the wagon kind of is a series of stairs that sort of fall down as the front wall, which is something that you would recognize as Dad had an element for flair, right? It sells. Before it sort of turns into this long kind of lush corridor of the wagon. He disappears into the stairs for a little bit. You guys a moment to yourself if you wish to.
Just outside of the game, I'm just
Sure.
confused. This wagon belonged to my father, or it's just a lot like?
It's something that it's a model that your father sold.
Okay, so this is like
Yes.
a Kinsley.
This is a Kinsley model. This is
Gotcha.
the model 6
I
or
see.
something.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry for not clarifying.
No. I just I don't see any horses or mammoths to drag this thing. So if I had to guess,
Stupid Tin Man.
Tin Man. You the horse, buddy?
It just stares at you.
Ah.
This is roll me an insight actually.
Okay.
As you say that. Secret scares.
What our race is doing.
15.
15? It's kind of hard to tell behind the sort of helmet that sits on it. If this thing acknowledges you past the level of you're an organic creature in front of it, if you're an object, it's hard to tell. But with a 15, you do notice it is assessing you. There's something about it kind of stunning you for a little bit, but its cold indifference just sort of it's pretty obvious as it's sort of staring at you, and its shoulders and its head just sort of collecting the light snow that's falling down.
Yeah, but he's pretty judgmental, is what you're saying?
He's calculating.
That we can
Roll
tell.
me an insight, real quick.
Can
If you want to.
can I roll Arcana to see if he's magic?
You certainly may, please.
I'm looking for magic. Official magic guy out here.
Oh,
Whoa,
God.
26.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sorcerer
That's my
Supreme.
one thing.
Okay. Oh, this is cool. I actually get to tell you quite a bit. Alright, so. As you're studying it, trying to get an understanding of it, going through maybe old books, maybe previous adventures, there's a symbol that is carved into the seal of it. It looks as if it's almost like what looks to be like a C, and it's got like a long streak, almost like a teardrop coming from it. Then there's another C slightly underneath it with a smaller tear, and then another C within the small. I can actually show you the
Yes.
sort of picture for it if you would like.
Oh,
That's what it looks like there.
okay.
Interesting.
You
Like
remember
Quidditch shoots?
seeing this specific thing inside the room where you found the wand of War Mage, inside the Lost Spire. in
Oh,
Mithril,
Spire.
where you guys met Dazan in the first place.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
upon the bracelet sort of guiding that for a little bit, you know what this guy is. It kind of clicks to you what just happened. This is a shield guardian. Now the shield guardian is connected to a very particular sort of something that allows it to the user to kind of control its sense of consciousness, turn it on, utilize it, command it. Sometimes it takes the form of an amulet. It could be a ring, some kind of magical conduit for it. So you also know that the connection. This is so cool. With the 26, I can tell you so much. The connection between Shield Guardian and the conduit. The user will always know where the Shield Guardian is, the state that it's in. It can always be activated, and you do know that it can be deactivated through the use of the amulets as well.
Good to know.
So it's
Glad
not-
you know that.
And yeah, it's also known to be a very rare, powerful, and ancient form of magic.
Aha. So this guy isn't his own self. He's being controlled. This is like a puppet that somebody else is controlling.
It's essentially a very strong magical puppet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I don't think we have to worry about this guy. He's not got a soul. So there's nothing in there. It's just somebody controlling him with a necklace or something. You see that all the time down here. Yeah. Just actually, this is the first time I've seen it, but I've only been alive for 2 months, so I actually have no idea.
Well, I don't trust it, so
Yeah,
don't care.
I think it's kind of cute.
Is it okay that, I mean,
Morally, I don't know. It seems really wrong, kind of.
do we want that necklace?
I would love to have it.
Are we talking about
Robot
stealing
friend.
this thing right in front of it?
I think maybe we wait. I think
Okay, yeah, the person who has the amulet does always know what's going on with the robot, so.
we just kind of struck
I
a deal
probably
with
should've said
this guy, and maybe we wait to sabotage him or backstab him until later.
Yeah! Backstabbing. Alright, that sounds good.
Don't want to be here.
And
Yeah,
like
sorry.
that, there's a sort of shuffle as Reese walks on out.
Oh, hey.
Comes along with his, hello, Donna, Toby, Paula, Gwen, Mr. Kaikanda would like to welcome you inside for some delightful food, some nice imported wine, some comfortable, warm environment, and some possibly some live music. So if you would like to follow me, I could certainly take you there. It would be a proud honor of myself.
Oh. Yes.
Of course, please follow me this way. He turns and
What a wonderful night.
leads you guys inside the wagon, following along the long carpet way, entering on the inside. Some memories come back to you, Tobias. You start to become kind of aware for it. As you guys start to enter the interior of the series, starting to notice there's some ornaments that seem to be sort of decorated all along the walls. Get immediate warmth the second you cross the threshold of the door. Second you're in, it's immediately, kind of comfortable. For those of you wearing the Ring of Warmth, you don't notice any difference. But for those of you that are cold, upon entering, you feel kind of leave behind you before the wagon starts to stretch out for a little bit before it kind of bulges into sort of wide passage that leads to two doors. So there's a wall in between two doors. It's almost like a Y. The door to the left is currently closed. And then the door to the right is sort of slightly propped open before Reese stands in front of it and he says, kindly this way, Mr. Speaker, Donna, Paula, Gwen. So nice to be able to say those words. Opens up the door and leads you guys in. And as you guys enter, we're going to cut screen out. So, as we're now fully adorned inside the crown persona and apparel, what is your current course of action?
I think just kind of sitting. I'm gonna go to the bar.
Sure.
Kind of just sit there, kind of process literally the day.
Sure.
And just kind of sit there and have a few drinks and kind of just think about it. I knew Remy wanted to talk to me, so
Sure.
wait until he finds me, pretty much.
Sure. Alright, as you're currently walking along the street, roll me a perception check as you walk into the town of Easthill. It's not too far from your guys' house, which is always pleasant.
19.
19! As you're currently walking about, the snow is sort of bouncing off your mask. A few people are wrapping up for the night, putting anything that's inside their store goes back inside. People are starting to light their braziers outside of their homes, just extra warmth for the wood. You do notice, in between two houses, as one of the braziers is starting to light, there's a brief moment where the light kind of extends as the fire. And inside you see a small glint of a hooded figure looking directly at you. And so well trained, this individual, as soon as the light blinks it about and you guys look eye contact, you see him very briefly do a few hand signals that you know inside the thieves' camp. Welcoming somebody for a message.
Oh, I'll walk over to them.
Off your passive perception, as you start to walk into the shadowed area in between these two, you can't really see what this figure is. For silently, it's almost jolting how quiet it seems to move. There's a lot of action and no sound that follows. It's kind of unnerving, but eventually this face of a half-orc individual. He has short black hair that he's tied to into a ponytail behind his head. One of his eyes is completely whited over. As you approach, he sort of flips back his hood for a little bit so you kind of see the rest of his face. Says, I bring a message from Rogue back in Baldur's Gate. We see what you mean. This is rough.
Yes.
We're going to be able to wrangle some people through the other towns to bring it through. They're going to be disguised as builders. We believe you have contacts now with the running force of the town. Be sure to relay them that the builders should be welcomed.
Yes.
Once they're here, we'll re-establish a new form of connections. Good luck.
Sounds good, yeah. Kind of been able to take the head on that whole scheme, so definitely be able to welcome them in and hopefully rebuild this very soon.
It better be. She's pierced.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. So we'll try and build back as fast as possible. We don't want a visit from her.
No, you don't. Especially you don't want to come out here.
I mean, who does?
Right?
I'm here to escape.
Other
Not
than
to
that,
vacation.
you doing good?
Yeah, I think it's doing all right. Got a lot under my belt, but I think it's going well. I think only hopefully up from here and rebuilding this will, hopefully put a smirk on Rogue's face. I don't even know if she can do that, but something along those lines. But let her know that it's in good hands, being rebuilt.
Sure. Get it up and running.
Close.
We'll have a chat with her. Maybe we give you more of a permanent position along the side. Just behave yourself in the right way.
Of course, yes.
Alright, kid.
Alright.
Look after yourself. Getting
Will
out
do.
of this hellhole. Gives you a solid pat on your shoulder
Do it.
before hood back up and disappears quietly into the shadows, leaving you for the rest of your night.
Perfect. Well, I'll continue making my way.
Beautiful. Heading out towards the White Lady Inn.
Woo!
And still pulls this here. So, as you push open to the door, the White Lady Inn, a few individuals currently drinking about. You do immediately recognize Ronaldo, who is currently plucking away, singing a song. And as the music plays, we're going to cut back to where there's now music playing. Towards you guys inside your very kind of calm sort of environment, and almost immediately as you guys start to enter this particular room, nice, cozy, personal environment that Crady has for himself. You guys see a series of sort of shelves that are kind of built into the wall, loaded with books. Books galore. All along the edges. Different ridges, some look ancient, some look new, some are colored, some are old and sort of matching in chronicles and encyclopedias. Simple, strange looking relics, almost sort of decorated on like an Ottoman piece that seems almost ceremonial in a particular way, or someone that's collecting things along their adventures. The fires inside you start to burn rather bright, and it's a very warm, comforting kind of environment. The first thing that hits your sort of nose is the fragrance of what smells like food and wine, etc. You don't see anybody playing music, but there are instruments inside the corner that are animated, plucking away to the songs that you guys currently hear. He's kind of shaded sort of cloak and everything else inside his comfortable gear, still rather neatly sort of dressed, this kind of sort of wrapped down robe around himself. He looks almost like a senior scholar. It's just kind of chilling inside his dorm room. Sleeves have been rolled up. Any sort of his rings of regalia is kind of put aside onto the table inside of his bed, which is very lush, by the way. And as he's currently pouring himself a glass of wine, he looks into it and says, "Why, hello, speaker, and Captain, I believe Sorcerer Supreme is..."
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
not- Oh my word, that's quite extravagant. Please, make yourself comfortable, please. He gestures out towards... There's seats in the forms of kind of comfortable cushions. There's a small little table where there's sort of a chess piece seems to sort of be different inside there. The pieces of which seem to be baby dragons in the front before they turn into other forms of dragons that kind of collected. Maybe he was in the middle of a game at some point and it's kind of been left there for that moment in time. But yeah, as he gestures out towards that, he says, "Can I offer anybody a glass of wine from Mirabal?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic. Sort of waves his hand, and as he does, a cupboard kind of opens, and one by one, other glasses of goblets kind of come up. The goblets themselves, pretty extravagant. Seem to be like a sort of nice kind of steel, maybe a small kind of gemstone or rhinestone to make it look kind of nice, sort of decorated on them. And one by one, he takes time to pour it with hands before sort of waves it over, and one by one, you guys get wine in front of you, if you so wish to take it.
I'll take it and
Yeah.
slurp it very loudly.
Right.
She
Oh.
likes it.
Sure.
It's very good.
I do enjoy how they do it that side of the world. There's something about being on the spine of the world that just sort of makes the grapes just extra fragrant. In my opinion, that's just how it is. In fact, I've heard that you are quite a collection of, I don't know, wine in your own particular rights, right? I believe the grape people.
Yes,
Yes.
we did dabble in wine slinging for a little bit.
I love the name.
We've since moved on to not greener pastures, but just
Oh,
different.
certainly seems you've taken quite the direction, Mr. Kinsley.
I was gonna say, lovely place you have here.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I recognize it.
I was certain you would.
Mm.
Apologies about your father. I had heard that he had passed, but when I heard that you were out here now as the speaker, by the way, I figured it was probably for the best that I bring one of your kind models along the way. It has kept us very comfortable.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm sure it wasn't cheap. Yes, my father did unfortunately meet an untimely demise. Wasn't there for it myself, but I heard it was quite brutal.
Roll a deception.
If
Stop.
you-
That whole sentence sounded so
If you
suspicious.
fail,
That's not what I heard. It was quite brutal.
17.
17. Okay.
Not bad. There's blood everywhere.
No, I'm just kidding. I stabbed him in the throat.
He's so funny.
Roll performance.
That was
Or a
good
deception. You may
performance.
choose between the two.
11?
Okay.
Pretty good.
It's above 10.
Alright. I will keep my opinions of such a thing to myself. But it seems either way, you have done rather good for yourself.
Well, he's a product of generational wealth. But yeah.
Oh, who am I to judge,
Thanks, Gwen.
really?
I'm just kidding, buddy. You're the best speaker we have.
So I hope you all don't mind. I've done a little bit of research amongst it all. It just seems the smart thing to do when you're coming to an area. Especially when you're trying to see if your beloved sister is inside the right hands. But I don't really know too much about you. You're a hard one to get a hold of.
I also don't know too much about me.
Oh, you don't?
No. Yeah, I just met myself a couple months ago and it's going pretty well. Anyway, do you like your sister? You seem rude to her sometimes.
And
Roll
Therese.
persuasion.
Therese.
No, that's great.
And Therese.
Roll me a persuasion on that one as well.
Ooh, do you like
I'm so glad I'm not here.
9. Just, well, you asked, do you like?
Yeah,
your
you
sister?
know, you're friends. You like her. You know.
I adore my sister. She's my sister.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
let me ask you this
Table's
honest question.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy Icewind Dale, especially under its current circumstances?
Enjoy is a strong word.
Sure.
I might say exist in. But yeah, in that
Would
way,
you prefer
yes.
to be anywhere else where there's sunlight?
Of course.
Coast.
Of course. I would
Right.
look the sun all day if I could.
I myself would love that as well. I grew up by the sea. I love the sea. So why on earth would I possibly come to this particular kind of hellhole if I didn't love my sister?
Oh, you
That's
came.
true.
You came here for her.
It's good.
Absolutely. Yes. It was a bloody mission to find her, let me tell you.
What's your favorite thing about her?
Roll persuasion.
Redo? Got it.
Mhm.
Also, for my race question, I got it.
Oh, thank
3.
you. 3? You brushed this past it.
Oh my gosh. 3 again for that
3?
question. What's your favorite part about your sister?
A little bit of a rude question when I've invited you inside for.
Oh, I didn't mean.
Sorry, I didn't.
I didn't mean for the.
Almost seems like an
the
interrogation.
Well,
of
my favorite part is
questions,
her
yeah.
beautiful eyes.
I like to practice gratitude, and I was wondering if you would like to share what you.
Yeah,
like.
Donner's a big hippie. Apologies. Yeah, if you smelled patchouli
Word up,
when we came in,
bro.
that's her.
At the mention of that, he waves his hand. A drawer comes out, and he sort of brings open a little bowl and then a little patch of herbs. And he says, "I'd like that for you if you so want to indulge." That comes all the way from Strixhaven, by the way. It will
Yes,
knock you
absolutely.
off your bloody feet.
That sounds great. Yes, absolutely. Let's do it.
Snaps his fingers, and there's a. And you now this sort of small bowl of what burning, what kind of smells like a really harsh incense. The smoke doesn't travel far or fast. You would have to bring it up and kind of indulge in it if you wish. Constitution saving throw.
1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, yes.
1.
1.
I was joking.
There's a- And as you look up after the second cough, you start to really kind of feel it. Immediately, your chest feels exceptionally light, almost helium-based. But your arms, your hands, your legs, your feet, they're so fucking dense and heavy. And that you're just currently in a state of pure euphoria as you feel what you feel. It says,
Whoa.
yes, no, I did warn her. You guys were all here for that.
Hey, that's how you know it's the good shit, right?
We have some
I
beds
give
in
you
the
a
back.
thumbs up too, but I can't.
You're all chest.
We have some beds inside the other section as well. Of course, we are more than welcome to stay here. If we go along a traveling as well, you are welcome to stay here for the night if you are.
Well, that's very kind. Very kind.
Sleepover.
I must say, Mr. Kinsley, if this is too bold, please by all means correct me and I'll redirect the conversation as well. I found myself in a bit of an envious spot with you.
Oh?
Absolutely. See, it's rather admirable that upon inheriting said, wealth and fortune and, well, let's be honest, empire of the Kinsley name, you very quickly have seen, and once again, this is outside knowledge, not a personal account, that you immediately directed at this very delightful sense of purpose.
Yeah, I guess, my father had a sense of purpose, but it was, driven by greed, and, I wanted to do something else with that empire, and so I thought that, maybe investing it in people would be a nice change of pace.
Well, to be perfectly frank, I don't agree with you on that last one. I myself would much rather prefer to go in the opposite direction. But I must say,
To
to
each
that,
his own.
a cheers to you for putting power where it should be. So, what was the meaning for
I'm
this?
whispering to
Oh.
Tobias.
Actually,
Do you think she's whispering?
roll me another just a clean constitution roll. I want to see if you're inside the zone where you can whisper, or if you're going psst and think you're whispering. Actually,
Well, I did Constitution. You want me to change it?
yeah, before telling me, wisdom saving throw. Yeah, you're using. Yeah, you're fighting against the effects. You're fighting against the effects of it. Yeah. 18. Alright, yeah, you kind of hear the whisper, and as he takes a big gulp of his fragrant wine and puts it down, you don't get the sense that he noticed. So, may I ask, what is the purpose of coming to visit?
Oh, well, we just wanted to come by and just make sure that you were getting settled all right, and then your lovely friend, Wraith? Reese.
Oh, yes.
Reese.
Oh, Reese is on duty.
Reese,
Okay.
yes. Yes, sorry. Reese invited us in. Or he... Actually, that's not exactly how it went down. Wow. This is good wine.
Oh, yes, it certainly
I'm
is.
empty.
Oh, not for long. No. Then he sort of fills it up a little bit before he puts down the empty bottle, and then once again opens up another kind of drawer and pulls out another bottle. Looks different this time.
Just figured we'd be sharing the road here shortly. Might as well get to know each other.
To go and take a deal with a dragon.
Yes.
My word, you're some bold individuals. Yes.
What is the wine look like? The new wine?
Ooh, so the original bottle, kind of a sort of the printed kind of parchment seems to have sort of been wrapped and tied around it with sort of what's that? It's not weave. What's that?
Twine.
Twine. Thank you very much.
Twine.
Twine. Yeah. This one, however, the bottle itself seems to have sort of vines kind of built into the glass itself, kind of leading up.
Okay, just wondering if it looks suspicious.
Oh, you can roll me an insight check if you would like to see.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're trying to get a vibe of there's something
Yeah,
suspicious
there's
about
little
it.
crossbones on.
Oh, sure. If you want to look for a specific detail on the thing, investigation. If you're trying to get a kind of read behind the suspicion of it, there'll be insight.
I think I just, suspicion based, so it's 14 there.
14?
So.
As you can tell, no. There's a bit of pride on his face.
Okay, so maybe you need something you can drink in.
Can I look to see if there's anything on his body that might be magical, like an amulet or a ring or something?
Sure. That'll be an investigation, if you're looking for something in particular. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna really look him up and down. The whole
Yeah, take a
8.
8?
Yeah. Sorry.
You notice a chain
Then
around
you
his
got
neck,
sleepy.
True.
but the majority of his jewelry is on the bedside table.
Yeah.
On his person, was that D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I think
That was
so.
so dramatic. Yeah, on his person, the only thing you kind of notice is a chain around his neck that disappears into sort of wraparound robes. The rest of his jewelry's all been taken off on the other side.
I got distracted by the beautiful eyes. He has a sister's
He
eyes.
does, he does. He has the eyes of Callion, which I think we've established. Well,
Very
attractive.
Yes.
Yes.
I couldn't look, you guys. I got distracted.
What are you talking about?
No,
Was that a sentence we meant to say out loud? Or?
no.
That's quite right. Here, I'll look after you. Pulls you another sort of class. And as you guys are settled in, currently with Kratos and such canon, we're going to cut to the tavern that you just entered.
No.
So, entering inside the particular area, there's a brief moment. Barbar kind of looks up, he looks at you and says, "Oh, hey, stranger, please grab yourself a table. I'll be bringing out some food in a little bit.
Fantastic.
I haven't seen you around before. Newcomers. Well, that's always a good sign." As he starts to stumble out to the back, the old man stumbles to the back, starts to get a few other bottles, handing off some orders to other people. At this point, Ronaldo has put down his sort of flute for a little bit, and is approaching the bar, sitting on a stool, currently having a drink to himself. You do see Remy sitting inside his usual table, which is inside the corner, the sort of small particular area. His large cloak is kind of put on a chair at the back of it all. There's one other chair that's sitting there, currently empty for a while. He doesn't seem to notice you currently in, he just seems to be kind of drinking.
Is he facing like towards the bar or facing towards the wall?
He is his back is kind of to the end of the wall, facing the entrance of the bar, very lost in thought.
Can I kind of like sneak up to him and in his ear just go,
Roll stealth. I'll do one of these then.
18.
So what the fuck? What the... Pulls out a mask. Says, "Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna stab you in the fucking chin."
Hi, Remy.
Hey, hi. Take a seat. Sorry, was lost in
You doing alright?
Eldritch. Yeah, the old gears are turning, that's all.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, sure, please.
Do I just roll? I just roll insight, right? Which is 0. 14.
14? He's hard to read. What you do notice, his mind wanders at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
In one moment he's thinking of something, corrects it, he thinks of, oh, and the result of that, okay.
Wow.
He's planning miles ahead.
Yeah.
He's thinking faster than he can kind of hold his thoughts.
Is his hands like on the table, or are they kind of like this, or like?
One elbow on the table at this point now that he's relaxed to you. Other hand is currently on a bottle pouring into an empty glass that sits in front of your chair.
Right here. I'm just gonna put my hand on and be like, hey, think in the moment for a second, and breathe.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Want to talk about any of it?
Probably, but I think a lot of the verbal, stuff that I gotta get out should probably be around Tobias. Maybe Gwen too.
Understandable.
Yeah, but we got some talking to do about
Yes,
it.
we do.
Because I mean to brag. I could do a perfect Callion. I could do a perfect Amy is. But relatives is a tricky thing. Pulling memories out your head and like remembering certain things, that's one thing. But your brother kind of strikes me as a smart fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be worth looking into it. So I'm kind of getting, correct me if I'm wrong, condescending vibes from him. He's a rich kid, no offense. So it probably makes a lot of sense. So as hard as it's gonna be, I'm gonna need some embarrassing stories.
Yeah.
Because that's probably gonna be some of the things he'd end up shooting at me. And if he says something, intentionally wrong to kind of fish things out, I gotta be able to correct him the right way.
Yeah. Understandable. I mean, pretty much you gotta know the life story, so to say.
Yeah.
But I think we should also come up with a backup plan if this goes south. Not in the really bad way, I just mean in the sense where he notices something up.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna react if he does find out. Say it's something out of your hand, not in my hand. Something happens to Crano and he notices. What do you think he's gonna do?
Well, I think he'll try absolutely everything to save me. If it goes that way. I think if it is more he just finds out, I think he probably wouldn't be surprised. I think he'd more laugh at anything.
Sure.
Might force you to show him where I am. But if he doesn't know about, Crano, then he might simply think that Callion's run off again, and Crano is, Crano, not Callion, and that Callion simply run off to a different town. But, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anything bad will happen, if that's what you're worried about.
Good.
And if that happens, I will literally kill him. Not literally. More, I will thoroughly punch him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I wouldn't. Please don't kill me, brother.
No, I.
He's not here. Isn't that come? Mom and Dad bring shit here,
Jeez.
and I don't have to deal with big ass dragon, deal with an actual devil, and then your folk. It's too much.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Trust me, I wish my parents on no one.
Yeah. Well, they got Tobias, never met them, but his dad sure did. So.
Yeah. I wonder how much Tobias knows about that.
It's definitely worth finding out.
Well, I have a
Not
feeling
really.
he knows because my family surely bought a lot of stuff off of him.
Oh yeah, for sure. One of our biggest clients, actually.
So I'm sure there's probably something that my brother has or is showing that leads back to it, but I don't know how much it'll tie back. But, I mean, it's bound to know the truth at some point.
Yeah, it's true. 50, shifty.
How are you feeling about...
What?
Forgot that was a catchphrase.
Yeah, I want to get out a catchphrase that's not swear words. You know, if there's gonna be theater kids running in and out.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want to.
good.
Yeah.
Smart.
Before we continue, is anybody else out?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Right there.
At first I was
Pause.
really... So, no, just how are you feeling about it? Do you want to go through with the decision? Like, you have a say in this. You don't have to go through with it if
Oh
you
no,
don't want
Tobias
to.
made it perfectly clear, and to be
Hey.
honest with you, after this, I'm taking them up on it. I think this will be the one last hoorah, and then it's feet up for Remy. Maybe just be Master of Coin until 60, and then just get drunk and watch theater.
Well,
Maybe even do theater drunk. You know, why
I feel
not?
that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do the same. But I also have to break off this thing with, you know, Rogue, and I don't know how long it's gonna go, but
Yeah, you got.
I got more troubles ahead of me than just this group.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Ronaldo. Shh.
Who brought the fucking dog in you?
He follows me sometimes. I just let it happen.
Yeah, that's fair. So, look, kid. 1-on-1 without the rest here.
Mhm.
How much do you trust Dizzy?
That's Gwen Sullivan, right?
Yes.
That's not the character.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I think enough. He really loves Gwen.
Mm.
I was literally there when he put on the whole show for her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
I
didn't
mean,
notice
she,
me.
She has her own element of charm to her, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on the ground because of it. But I think it's a 50-50. I mean, I don't have as much knowledge as the rest of the group, so I kind of keep it with an, a little bit of optimism.
Mm.
But it's, we're about to be riding with his old crew, who still know him. Apparently, as his old.
Yeah, that's another thing we gotta wrangle.
Yeah. So my worry isn't so much trust, it's will he fall into old habits, is more my kind of thinking of it. But it's more of a like, I trust, but I'm keeping an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, in my line of work, I don't trust that many people.
You shouldn't.
No.
In fact, I trust 2 people in Icewind Dale, and that's Tobias and you know what? Borla. Because she's just straightforward and honest.
I mean, yeah.
And you know what? Ronaldo. There's a part of me that doesn't trust him just because I fucking like him so much.
I understand
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
No offense.
I'm thoroughly offended.
Alright.
No, I'm not.
Have another fucking sip. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I'm not offended. Trust me, in the family that I grew up with, I'm not surprised not many people trust us.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's almost the type of thing where you literally have to regain people's trust.
Mm.
I mean, that's why I came up with the persona. Big
Sure.
part of it. I mean,
Yeah, that much I understand.
At least, you know, people don't see you so much for your, you know, money and wealth. As my brother so happily presents.
He does?
Oh, yeah. Just you wait till we ride out tomorrow.
Alright.
Oh, and you'll get more of it if you're just like me.
I'm getting it firsthand.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's gonna be great for you.
Alrighty, well, I think we should start getting some stories straight. So,
Yeah.
let's go. And you get
Get
some guy
ready
pushes
for,
his chair out.
Emotional damage.
Alright,
You're gonna want another bottle.
Bartabon, is our room ready? Bartabon's like, yeah. Oh!
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. Hey.
It's alright.
Alright. But yeah. And everybody's like, alright. It's go. Yeah. I don't know which one of these people actually work for your fucking brother. And he leads you out towards sort of a separate room that seems to be attached to it. At which point, we're going to cut back.
Ours was a lot quieter.
Yeah, just folks chatting.
Do you feel like Henry doesn't trust us? Trust them?
Sometimes I get that feeling, but mostly after the library incident. Were you involved in that?
No.
You don't need to know about
Anyway,
that. Anyway.
are we done here? The wine's. Are we done?
Absolutely. We won't take up any more of your time.
No worries, my dear. You're always welcome. Will you be traveling with the wagon as we go along, or are you preferring to bring your own?
We have our own wagon.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Of course, always welcome.
how many horses do you have on this wagon? Hold this whole wagon?
No, we have ulterior meats.
And what are those? We're just so curious.
Only persuasion.
Will do. 14.
Something with this office doesn't like y'all. We
Ooh.
got a 26 and that's about it,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Just
I'm
now.
rolling tonight.
We'll never figure
Just
out how
avoiding it.
this wagon.
I'm showing up early tomorrow. I'm gonna see this shit. Go ahead.
Alright. I mean, you'll see it tomorrow. It's probably just be easier to show you. It's the whole thing.
I'm gonna show up early.
Great, fantastic. I'm just a few bottles down. I'm getting some small whiffs from that. I'm saving you. I'll get on a whole loop of explanation of the spell and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Boring stuff. All right.
Well, thank you so kindly for coming by. Looking forward to the brief travel we're going to have.
Likewise.
Thank you for the wine and the drugs. Thank you.
So, good night.
Can she move yet?
Roll me up. Yeah, you know what? It's been time enough for you to be able to. You're still kind of tripping out, but yeah, you can move. You're just a little out of it.
Thank you. And I say the same to my feet.
Well, very well. See you tomorrow bright and early, Mr. Kinsley.
Yes, sir.
Alright. As you guys take your leave, you guys go past the automaton, still kind of just sort of keeping guard. Now it's Reese. Says, oh, well, good night. Thank you guys for coming around, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for the adventure. Looking forward to it. It's very cold, it's very desolate, it's very dangerous. I'm not comfortable, but you know, looking forward to it. There's no reason to be down. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Well, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Reese.
Good night, Reese.
And he sort of gets back to kind of just looking about and guarding. Warming his hands up on the fire. As you guys walk out the rest of your night. At this point, Tobias, you hear a familiar voice inside your head. There's a magical connection. Where he said, "Hey kid, there's a private room inside the White Lady Inn. I really think you should be here. I've got some stuff to tell you. Well, to talk about."
You guys headed home? I gotta stop by the White Lady.
I got a few things to pick up. Real quick, shopping, and then I'm good. I'm back to the place.
Okay.
Get some rest before long trip.
I'll go home. I'll hold down the fort.
I was gonna head to the White Lady as well.
Yeah. All right.
So, but you guys can have your.
And home, white lady, and
Just brief shopping trip,
awesome.
real
Yeah.
quick.
Great. Anything in particular that you're looking forward
A
to?
couple more potions. I have 2, but I figure a couple extra spare. This money is burning a hole in my pocket, so
Yes, actually.
well, it doesn't really buy anything.
Oh, yeah, we
so
did.
I'm not looking for a bunch of fancy shit. Just
Sure.
a couple potions, a replacement hand axe
Cool.
for the one I lost a long time ago. I still have another one, but might as well have 2. If I could get a hand on one of the, I can't remember the technical name right now, those rotating stone things you can sharpen blades with. I just want to get one.
A grinder?
Yeah, one of the grinders.
Mhm.
And put it into my room.
Okay.
That's not quiet at all.
All right. At this time of night, the grinder
Worst roommate.
can certainly be.
During daytime.
It could be ordered and brought to your house.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, when you're not there. For the hand axe, is going to be 5 gold pieces.
Sure.
And due to the war and the low stocks, and because they're handing out, they only have 3 potions of healing available.
I will take those.
Correct. Those are going to be sold for you 35 a piece instead of 50. So that's going to be, that's what, 110? 105?
Yeah, 105.
105?
Plus the 5 for the. You say it was 5 for the axe?
Correct.
Okay.
So 110 gold
Mm-hmm.
clean for the 2 of those.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say to get the grinder sent here, your house, that'll cost you maybe about 15 gold.
Cool.
Sweet. You're more than welcome to haggle as well if you would like to roll persuasion.
Nah.
But
Borla's not a haggler. She knows her strengths and weaknesses.
it costs this much. Fine.
It's good. Just give me it now. And I go back.
Alright. Back to the house.
The house, yeah.
Great. Well, yep, as you enter on, by the time you enter on in,
It's me.
Charlie Booker is fast asleep with a cup of coffee in his hand that's resting on his beer belly on the couch.
He's a working man.
As you enter on in, the dogs are also just kind of curled up for the night. They're all kind of collectively around the couch. They look up as you come in, they do the whole like dog stretch before they just
So cute.
come down.
You kids keep me young.
There's some footsteps coming down the stairs before you see Dizzy inside a robe, kind of comfortable. Oh, hello dear, you're back.
We're back. We met Krano's creepy brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did that go?
It was okay. He has a robot, so that's cool.
Yes, that
Did you
was
see that robot?
particular.
Yeah.
That
Don't
was-
worry, babe. You don't have anything to worry about. It doesn't matter how hot that robot is. I'm into you. You're my babe.
That wasn't a worry that was
Don't
in my
worry
head,
about
but now
it.
I feel like it is going to be a worry
Okay,
inside my
well,
head.
you might want to be a little worried about it. He's a pretty good looking robot.
Okay, I was thinking, you know,
Okay.
you would go for, but it's good to know. It's good to know where the competition lies.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your day? Being a ghost and whatnot.
It was
Being a phantasm.
it was scary.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I
I
was
bet.
almost broke. I am very glad, however, that Tobias chose to listen to me about the dangers of Billy getting a hold of the corpse of the chosen.
Yeah. All that was really.
And thank you for being the one to mention. I feel scared saying the K or the D word around them sometimes. Maybe not.
What would those
It
words
killing
be? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
All
do a
of
lot
them
of that.
so much, but every time I try to bring it up, I'm a little worried that there's going to be some judgment behind it.
No,
But she's not a good person for whatever it means, and if she gets a hold of it, she's most certainly going to use it for selfish reasons. Maybe something that's even dangerous to the cause. So, thank
Yeah, we've killed people for way less than that. So.
you. You have. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you for having my back.
No problem, buddy. This is what married life is like.
I think I might like it.
And we still sleep in a bunk bed. You can have the top bunk.
Oh.
This
Okay.
is how marriage works.
Is that marriage?
I think it is.
Are you sure?
I don't know very well. I've never known a married person, but I think it is.
Typically, they share a bed.
Ooh.
There's like.
That seems warm. Let's do that.
It is okay. Okay, great.
Alright, buddy.
That was one. There's going to be some convincing there.
Okay. Anyway, I guess we're going to do that.
Yeah, for your first
Figure out
time
what's what.
cuddled into a bed,
Aw,
falling asleep with somebody.
neat. I
Alright.
like it.
This is like me and A's person being like, how do I relationship?
How?
It's like a face touch, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is kissing.
Romance.
I love you. So. Alright. You guys are up to the White Lady Inn. Bonjabon immediately kind of guiding you through to where the room is. And you notice Remy and Crane are hanging outside the door, yet to go inside. Remy kind of looks up to you, he's kind of holding his cloak, his coat over his one shoulder. He says, "Hey, nah, that didn't take too long. Quick, fuck it. Opens the door, pushes it out, and he leads you guys inside.
We can have our powwow after we talk to the guys if you want.
Yeah, that's definitely common. It's just not gonna be with me. And he pushes open the door, and as he leads you guys in, almost the second the last one of you is in, he shuts the door kind of tightly. And standing inside the room reading a book is Remy, with his coat on. As he looks up, he says, "Oh, handsome." Says, "Hey, good looking. Yeah, I did a thing.
You did a thing.
Yeah.
Why are there two of you?
So I reverse engineered Daisy's spell. And I created a simulacrum. Say hello to other me." And the other Remy sort of lifts up his hand and says, "Yo!"
But the thing, just
take your time. Get it all out. Express it.
Can I walk over to him and just flick him on the forehead
Sure.
for doing that?
Oh, which one?
The real one sitting on the ground.
Well, as you go and flick him in the forehead, he says, "Alright, well, now you know it's not an illusion, I guess."
Great.
Yeah. So,
Warning next time.
well, that's why I brought you here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad. I'm just.
Wait.
Wait.
That was more funny.
So you're the real Remy.
So the one with his coat off,
Yeah.
he says, "Yeah, this is the OG Remy, and that one day, and the one with the coat on reading a book sort of lifts up his hand. He says, I'm the new guy. He says, I think going forward, what we're gonna do, all right? I'm gonna be Remy, and it's gonna be Benoit, all right?"
I'm so confused.
One is your last name and one is.
Yeah, Mr. Benoit.
So
if you would prefer, but
Remy. Why?
all right, kid. Take a seat. And pours a nice strong drink that seems to have been left on the table. Couple of glasses. It looks like he might have expected the whole team to kind of be here, but as he fills the big glasses, takes the time to kind of sit down. Remy sort of starts speaking. He says, "It took a lot of internal work before creating a simulacrum over here, because you kind of got to make the deal with yourself inside your head that once this last hoorah is done, which I'll get to in a second, we're going to go back to the Spire, and with new resources, they're going to get that activated, and Benoit will be brought to life and given his own personal freedoms and whatnot." And Benoit's like, "Yep, I know for a fact that he ain't lying because I'm him." And Remy's like, "Yeah, see, exactly. So there's immediate trust between the two of us, right? There's a lot of the resources that your father has that's miles out of Icewind Dale, kid. And getting it is exceptionally hard. I mean, shit. If Kratos, of all people, is backing to get in and out of Icewind Dale, we're not going to get caravans of your father's shit. Plus, there's going to be people grabbing at that like vultures. You know what I mean? So we got to secure that kind of thing, and I can't do that while I'm here. And one good way of ensuring that I can is catching a ticket out of Icewind Dale." And Benoit turns into Callian, dressed in the dress as you were at the meeting beforehand, and Remy points it out and says, "So, Callian is indeed going to go back with Kratos to Neverwinter. Once they're there, Kratos is going to probably go off and do his own fucking thing. Clearly, this guy's a well-ventured individual. He's got goals. He's gonna get a thank you from mommy and poppy, and then go fucking spend it or whatever. I'm not his fucking dad. I don't know, right? But then once Catalina is there, and they have it on credit that she is indeed back, Benoit goes about. All the resources that your father's had is immediately back under your claim, under your right. Alright? Anyone that tries to trespass gets their ass kicked, and we bring all the resources that we can back to Icewind Dale as soon as we get that kind of situation out. So now you're only the speaker of your town, you're gonna be the wealthiest fucking town in Icewind Dale.
You.
Yeah.
You're good, you.
Yes, I am. Yes, I fucking am. Meanwhile, I'm gonna stay here as Master of Coin. Maybe stick around and see if there's anything I could do about this whole devil deal. But also, it's just... I'm worried about you guys going after the fucking Frost Maiden, alright? And I just wanted some... I wanted a little bit of security and to help you see through this. Maybe it's penance, you know? Maybe it's making up for all the fucked up things I've done before, but to be honest, I don't entirely regret all of it. So, I'm gonna stick through it with that. And once it's done, that's when, kid, that's when I'm gonna take you up in your offer. I'll retire. I'll still be Master of Coin if you want me around. That seems like a very fun job. And hey, keep it down! Thank you. Maybe I'll do that for a bit. Help Renella with this theater district. With resources coming in and out, we'll get nice engagement around here. That's just gonna fucking boost the economy. You know what I mean? The two will kind of work hand in hand, and I think I'll do that for a little bit for, you know, feed up, drink till I die.
You know, some people might think that's depressing. But I know you, and I know that's it's actually quite nice.
I sound fucking happy just talking about it.
Yeah. I think this is great. I think this is perfect. I was worried when you first introduced me to Benoit that
At that point, back to Brittany.
because you know, problem with there being two of you and all is, you know, who's the original, who has autonomy over, you know, themselves, you know what I mean? But
Sure.
sounds like you worked that out. When are you planning on going back to the Spire to do this?
Well, I mean, your safety throughout all of this is kind of key. And say we actually fucking do it. We knock the Frost Maiden spell back. It's going to be a hell of a lot easier getting people to and from that place.
It's true.
We're going to have a whole magic center set up with Gwen. All things considered, fucking incredible at magic. Alright, we're going to have a whole department go out there and just build galore. We get Charlie just fucking push supplies there for crying out loud.
And
It's easy
Benoit-
to get back there with the giants.
And Benoit's okay with that'll be a while.
And Benoit's like, yeah, no, fully understand that this is an investment, but, you know, I come back, I become my own person, and then I'll start a new life outside. Maybe I'll wrangle some of the stuff, the candy stuff that side, from a nice, quiet estate and vineyard and drink wine. You know, be a
Sounds
real
nice.
mob boss. That'll be dope.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, that's good. It'll be nice to have a different identity. It's something that I've been struggling with since your dad. So it's nice that once this is done, there's one of us that'll actually have their own, like, personality.
Well, I can tell you, starting over is very nice. And a new identity, leaving what behind.
Yeah. Well, seen it in you, seen it in you, seen it in you, and the others. Gwen is a great example of that. So, a worthy investment.
I have no notes. This is
There's one thing that we wanted to bring up to you guys, though. Just where I stand, we gotta be careful trusting Daisy.
I'm not here, but I'm mad about that.
wait. This is the first I'm hearing about this. Desi isn't to be trusted? I thought we.
I think it would be a stupid idea to do it.
Why?
Well, first of all, it just seems like in order to be a part of the Arcane Brotherhood, one of the requirements is that you're a fucking dick. Second of all, we know how this works now.
And
And Benoit's like, yeah, no, I.
wait a second.
Want,
You remember everything,
yeah, no, I remember everything. I can't learn right now, and that's fucking annoying.
but you remember everything. So you're suggesting that when Desi told us that he could only remember, what was it, like a year back? You think he was lying?
I think he's being a little selective with some of the things that he's been telling you. Now, maybe he's concerned because, well, he got burned fucking alive. Perfectly understandable. I do that for my own survival. I'm pretty sure you guys would. Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah? But...
Impressive.
How do you
really-
know he remembers more?
Well, we do. Yeah, fucking everything. And Benoit's like, yeah, no, so my ability to imitate anybody, that comes from, I gotta look at you speak, your mannerisms, your face, and whatnot, you know. I gotta really, like, study you for a little bit. A couple of minutes, and I can do it. Now, you guys know that I haven't seen anyone outside of the group other than you, right? Right?
Okay.
At which point, Benoit turns into Perfect Borla. He says,
That's something
so,
you learned to do before you were you.
How would I know how to do this?
That-
I see no difference. I see no difference.
Yeah, he turns into Lynn Trollbane
Oh shit.
before the old speaker. Give an impact to Benoit.
This is concerning because, well, Gwen seems pretty happy.
Yeah, and please make no mistake, I want nothing more than Gwen to be happy. I think she's, number one, very useful, and to be honest, well, shit, I just enjoy her. She's fucking fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We had a fucking fun time going to the library and whatnot. It was a little reckless,
Yeah, we don't talk about
but it's fun now. You know? In retrospect, it's fun.
it. I guess I'm just concerned about her safety then.
So then, just keep some tabs on her, huh? If you're Crano, you know? You're a bodyguard, and, Ronaldo, not now!
Yeah, I mean, she suspects nothing of me, so and she loves me, so as a friend. But I mean, we were literally.
You know what?
And for me, I know that.
It's hard to tell the difference sometimes with her. You know what I mean? Which is
You're
a
not
good thing.
wrong.
She's an open spirit.
But I mean, we were roommates for a very long time, so
Oh
yeah. Speaking of, are there free rooms here? I'm really getting tired of sleeping on the floor. But anyway, that's another discussion.
yeah,
I just thought of it now as you brought it up.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a room available. Just go ask.
All right. Well, anyway, that's just something I wanted to put out. So.
Well, normally I wouldn't be one for keeping anything from our friend, but
Sure. Yeah, and I trust you to make the decision. You're the boss. It's just stuff that I know. You know what I
I
mean?
just don't know if
We should tell her. You don't know.
because we don't know. I don't know what to do. I've never been put in this position before.
I think if we don't tell her, she might provide information. If that's what you're worried about, she might provide information to old Desi, and if you don't trust him, then to avoid that might be sabotaging the relationship. That sounds awful. Don't want to do it. But I'm just telling you. We could tell her, hey, we got the word that he's not trustworthy, and see what happens. Do you think we'd lose her as a friend? What are you worried about?
What do we need from him at this point?
I don't know. Do I
Well-
know? What do we need from Desi?
Well, he's easy to keep eyes on than Credo or Beline. If we get a hold of this book and I can't make heads or tails of it, if Gwen can, even though she's quite smart, then we got somebody else who's been kind of studying this for a long time to help us with that.
Okay.
You know? And he seems to know something else about this island. He wants to go after this corpse of the chosen sort of thing, so he's got some kind of knowledge about this place. You know what I mean? He's a smart guy. He's a powerful, powerful wizard. You have to be to get into this fucking place. You know what I mean? To get into the Brotherhood. So it's... And, I mean, shit. Who knows? Maybe it's genuine. Maybe he does love Gwen. But I'm just saying, it's dangerous. And it's your decision to make. That's what comes with being in charge. I'm a third party here. So, but I'm not gonna... Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't just sort of bring up something that very clearly we seem to understand. So.
No,
Well, what if something does happen and Remy's right and we didn't tell Gwen? I think she'd be kind of sad we didn't let her in. So I think we just let her know and then the ball's in her court. Sucks, but we should probably tell her. That Remy doesn't trust.
it's a very nuanced situation, and nuance isn't Gwen's strong suit.
I feel like Gwen would just tell him, and not trust him, but you know, I know him the least out of everyone here, and I just think that Gwen is so trustworthy. Where we looking at it? But I just think, or like Gwen just trusts people far too easily that she's willing to, you know, trust absolutely anyone, and I think maybe Desi's taking advantage of that on the evil part,
You know what?
we are thinking that way.
We haven't made it this far by being deceptive to each other. So
Sure.
I'll tell Gwen the truth, and she can do whatever she wants.
That's my thinking. I think transparency with each other is important.
Do you think it would behoove us to talk to? Grayson's asking. What's the sorceress or the wizard lady's name who he doesn't like?
Valine.
That's right. You think it would behoove us maybe if I talk to Valine about not Desi, but about about Desi? Maybe see what her perspective is
I'll think with her.
on him. Maybe she can give us some insight into.
You're a pretty persuasive person.
That's
She has
what
no
I was
reason
thinking.
To suspect, so I think you're trustworthy in that. Well,
She's here, isn't she?
yeah, she probably is. To be honest, I didn't even
Yeah.
notice you sneak up on me earlier. So
Literally scared him after death.
Ring her room.
Yes,
Thinking so we're.
you almost pulled a knife on me.
I would have. Someone comes out of nowhere and sticks their cloaked face in your regular person face. You would stab their cloaked face.
Because you were scared.
Startled.
Surprised.
Surprised, sorry.
Spooked. On guard.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Can you two go back to the house? If you can get an audience with Gwen without Desi, do it.
Easy.
Tell her
Easy. They're literally. She went back to the house, right?
she did with
Where do you
Desi.
think he is?
I said if you could. If you can't, we'll tell her tomorrow. If you can, tell her tonight. Let her in on the whole deal that we don't know, but he hasn't been completely honest with us.
Okay.
Okay?
Got
And
it.
see if you can convince her
Oh my god, yes.
to not do anything about it yet.
Got it.
I know that's
I can do this.
DL. You can do this. I
can do
believe in
this.
you, my captain.
Captain.
Yeah, captain.
Captain.
My
and
captain,
you
your
got-
captain.
And you got the Master of Whispers to back you up. And Borland used to know too.
Got it.
Yeah, we still gotta chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Was that Remy or Grimoire?
we'll make it easy. Remy's been doing the talking.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll come back. I'm probably gonna spend the night here, so
Yeah.
I'll be back after this.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. So.
Don't worry. I'll be scared. Be sure to scare you less.
Yeah, I got 4 eyes now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid, you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to.
I flick him on the way out.
roll an attack. Just an unarmed
An
attack.
attack? Okay.
So roll a d20, add your strength, because it's an unarmed attack.
Strength. What's my strength? It's +0. 17.
17. Yeah, you're right, kid.
4 eyes, eh?
I'm just gonna embarrass Callian in front of your brother the whole fucking trip.
You're not
Kid,
there.
You good? But no, I'm going.
You just said you're staying here.
Yeah, no, I'm in Icewind Dale. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, Icewind Dale. I'm going.
To see the rhyme of the
I'm
prostitute?
gonna be undercover as a fucking lackey. I'm gonna keep eyes on you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll know me
Well,
when you
that's
see
great,
me.
because
Yeah,
I'm
you'll know me when you
definitely
see
gonna
me,
pick
but
on
I
you.
think it'll be only you guys that know. So just
Okay.
keep an eye out and just know that I'm there. And I want to make sure we good. Yeah, Benoit? He's like, yeah, we'll be good. You look after me, I'll look after you. I like you guys as much as you like these guys. We gotta work them up a cap.
Sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna say goodnight and go try to find our friend.
We're off.
As
See you later,
you
Remy.
walk out, you see marching in the slow is Donna Bonnie, and you have to kind of get up.
Hold
to
up!
catch
I've never had an assignment before.
As you guys march on to do your respective duties, we'll spend time with Borla. At this point, shopping is about done. And you did mention that you might want to head off home, or yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna come home to Borla like next to Charlie on the couch, also asleep with like her hand down her pants and a beer.
She
All right.
shouts how she drops.
As you guys open up,
That
You
one
guys-
shopping trip, way too much.
you guys do indeed see there's 2 figures snoring on the couch as Charlie Booker, and then right next to
Oh.
a little bit shorter in stature is Borla Forgeborn.
Right before we left, I would
Yes.
have just told Tobias. By the way, I didn't have the heart to tell Charlie that he wasn't coming, so might have to tell him he's not coming, because I think he thought he was coming. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, now we're gonna go. Sorry.
I want to shake Borla awake.
B. I don't think she's gonna wake up.
Get your hand out of your pants.
Boy,
You're right. You do whatever you want. Listen, we need to talk. I'm gonna try to get Gwen. Be right back. You stay here. Keep your hand out there.
Wait. Bro, you can just yell and she'll probably come down. Okay, she's gone.
Okay, I come to the door. It's me. I'm holding Desi like a baby.
Can you put Desi back in his crib? I'm craving tea. Do you want tea? Come have some tea.
Desi, tea.
Yeah,
No,
I was.
Okay, let's go.
Desi's asleep. Desi's asleep.
Okay, hang on. Roll me a stealth. Actually, both of you roll me stealths. Let's see if you carry him successfully quietly to the door, and then if you guys are
I'm
talking.
14.
12.
Yahoo! All right.
I'll do this.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm battling to roll a d20. Oh shit! Yeah, okay, he stays asleep.
Oh, okay. Yes.
This cat asleep. What do you need?
Put it back and then tea. Oh, love it. You love it? Let's go have some tea together. Well, the girls. Let's get all the girls together. Come on, let's go.
Okay, then I just and right on the bed and I walk out.
Ow!
sorry, babe.
That's fine, that's fine.
He's asleep. And I walk out.
Alright, you join everyone downstairs. You see the same side. There's a just woken up Borla, and there's a Charlie fast asleep, and the dogs are kind of littered. This moment in time.
You know that like when you just start to fall asleep, then you wake up and you're like, oh, what day is it? About that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the worst, yeah.
What are we doing?
I'm putting the kettle on real
Hey,
quick.
You woke me up for tea.
What?
I
Yeah.
don't want tea.
Okay, fine. Do you want whiskey? Whiskey?
What do you think's in this mug?
God.
By the way,
Oh yeah.
actually no, you just get a whiff now that she's talking a lot more.
Oh yeah.
She smoked something. you're getting the sort of whiff of some of the smoke.
Where
that's
did
coming
you
from her.
go before here?
Listen, I have to be as delicate about all of this as possible. Desi is not to be trusted, but you're not allowed to do anything about it yet. Orla, we don't know what's going on, but Desi cannot be trusted. Remy told us, that's how we know,
Why?
trusted source. Listen, trusted source. I don't know how to
Remy,
explain it.
he's got a gambling addiction.
But I need you. Oh.
I think we're in a serious problem.
I understand, but we don't know Desi very well, do we?
Well, I don't have a gambling problem.
This is going great.
Okay.
Okay, listen. I need you to look into my beautiful eyes. I know you haven't trusted me before. I know you trust me now.
I
This is
trust
great.
you so much. I just also trust Desi. Why? What's wrong with him?
Join pause.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
I don't know if I'm supposed to. Like, why did I come here?
Join pause.
For the
Okay, so
tea.
Okay.
What?
listen. Caroline.
Think.
I was told we're not supposed to trust Desi, but you're not supposed to like do anything about it yet. Do you understand? Do not act.
Just because she's a beautiful double agent
What?
who's out to kill me?
I don't know.
That's fine. Okay.
Unleash
Oh
pause.
my
Listen.
God.
I don't think he's out to kill you. I feel like I went about this the wrong way. Listen.
I knew it was too good to be true. He's perfect.
I want to go upstairs and make him tell me what he's
No,
laying
okay.
on.
Perfect.
Everyone,
You
listen
impressed
up. Oh my god, this is why no one assigns me anything. Listen up. Okay.
Okay.
We have to pretend we don't know this information, but I need you guys to keep this in mind.
Okay.
Which means if you learn any more information, like important information, just don't tell them. Alright? Until we know more. Okay? Listen, I'm so sorry about your husband or fiance.
He's married. He's my husband.
Oh, we can get it annulled. It's been so quick.
No.
It's okay.
Okay.
Listen,
Can I go upstairs to like listen and hear if he's
Please
like
do.
listening in?
I know I'm not here, but please
I
somebody.
was like, can I go and see if he's listening?
I knew my smelling salts.
I know
They're
you're
like
okay,
talking so loud, and I'm like, he's probably listening.
I'm saying whispering. Here's some smelling salts.
They were so high, I turned
so much. Okay, sorry. All right. Roll like a stealth and a perception roll for you, please, in that order.
stealth and then
A
perception.
stealth and then perception, please.
Oh, sweet. Stealth
Mm-hmm.
is 28.
Great.
28. All right.
Yeah.
Perception check, please.
I don't know why I checked. Yeah, like it changes. 7.
7. All right. You guys, in the heat of the conversation, you guys don't even notice Karina disappear. Quietly go up the steps. They just start to lean out down the corridor throughout the rooms. You don't hear anything.
I'm gonna sneak into the room, knowing where she's staying,
Sure.
and
Right.
like hide in the corner and just
We're
with my
sneaking
dark
up the
vision watch
baby.
him.
Alrighty, so another stealth check if you're gonna try sneak into the room quietly. And then I'll
17.
17. As you start to peer inside the dark room, taking a quick look around.
I have dark vision too.
You do, yes. He's a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna stay in the corner though and
Just keep an eye
and
out.
keep an eye on him.
Alrighty, yeah.
The creepy like watching his eyes kind of like,
Yeah.
and also if I can hear them downstairs to kind of like know how loud they're getting.
Oh sure. Alright, cool.
So like
I'll make that an active perception because you
Okay.
are looking at 2 different targets.
yeah.
So go ahead. Number 1, also please remember you have advantage on stealth because of your boots.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've noticed you've been rolling one
Sorry, I
dice there.
totally forgot about
What
that.
have you been doing? You've
I've been doing
decently
fine, yeah.
so far, but yeah, just as a keen reminder.
Even if I roll a 1, I get 12, or I get 13 on stuff.
So roll me a quick perception before we cut downstairs to see how this goes.
15.
15, thank you very much. Alright. At this point, we are back downstairs.
So why are we not addressing this to him? I need you to be convincing, because it will be really easy to kill him in his sleep.
Hey! Whoa!
Because he might still be able to help us until we know what's going on. Remy's not telling. I don't know if he actually knows. Does he know what's up with Desi, or he just suspects something?
He suspects something
That's what I thought.
because he did the
Because.
same spell,
Mhm.
and his simulacrum recalled everything up until the moment it was created.
Right.
Please do relay that.
Yeah, relay the information.
What do you think about that?
I don't know, because I don't understand it.
What is there not to
No,
understand?
how it happens, but
Okay, got it.
anyway, go ahead.
Can I have a flashback? Can I remember the time that me and Desi were feeding each other strawberries on the bed and I asked him lovingly about his childhood? What did he say to me? I still remember.
I mean,
I
Was there chocolate syrup involved? Because, like,
we were
that
like,
Oh my god, strawberries are so hard to find in Icewind.
Yeah.
$1
and so
It
you
was a
thought
special night.
you
Oh,
fed
it was
him
really good.
strawberries.
But in
Alright.
fact, they were rocks.
we're all a little dumb. It's okay.
You have no teeth left.
Damn teeth.
Okay, so roll me
It's canon.
persuasion for this memory. We're not gonna stick on it too long.
Coax it out of here.
Yeah.
It's a 12.
The 12.
It was rocks or strawberries. It was one of those.
All right, so
He was trying to tell you, but he lost all those teeth.
he was very reluctant for any particular details. He did, however, mention in public
Red flag.
at some point he is indeed from Thay,
Okay.
and that was knowledge before he got executed. He didn't bring up anything about Thay in particular, but he would have told you that he's just always been interested in pursuit of magic, in particular illusory magic. So do me a quick favor.
Yeah.
That means
History check.
illusion.
Yeah, illusionary magic. Yeah.
Root word.
Okay, it's the 11.
11.
And what that?
Something weird about him wanting to learn illusionary magic, but you've been away for a very short period of time, so it's hard to piece through.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you remember from this flashback.
Let me ask you something. How much do you know about your husband? Do you guys talk about your pasts a lot? Like, do you know a lot about your past?
Well, he's a really private guy, and sometimes when I try to ask him, I get the feeling that maybe he had a difficult background.
Okay. Well, this is
Yeah.
your husband, so you should know lots about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we mostly talk about our future.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the love that we'll experience together. But that's dead now. So I guess I'll be alone again.
So we should go up and talk to him.
No, like I said, we must remain ignorant.
Why?
Maybe he just because he could help us,
Or
or also he could.
Kill us.
We just have to be patient.
right.
Remy said to be patient, so this was they really emphasized that he can't know that we're suspicious. Okay, that was emphasized. Am I wrong?
Look at him.
Tobias was also
Tobias,
very
please.
adamant about it, yeah?
Tobias said that.
Yes. Do you trust him but not me? Please, God.
I don't like someone lying to us and being as close as
I
being
know.
in one of our beds.
But he doesn't know that we know that he knows that we know everything.
I don't
I
like this
can't wait to report back and be like, it was
at
real.
all. I'm going back to bed and hoping this is a nightmare.
Okay, good. Great girls' night, everyone. Go to bed.
Girls' night. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Girls' night.
Well, let's go. Come on, man. I mean, later.
I'm going to bed.
All right.
I can't love you.
Alright.
Once, I'll wait till
You
when.
heard
Yeah.
a little bit of the ending there as things got a little excited.
No, just in my my little corner and went, "Chrissy." And I'll wait till Gwen comes back, and then I'll sneak out once Gwen goes to sleep.
My head is spinning.
All
This
right.
is a lot to take
And I'll
in.
sneak out and go
Gwen,
back to
as
the...
you enter, you see Dizzy
I go,
asleep in bed.
oh.
What the fuck? What? What?
Nothing. Honey!
Then why did you yell?
I look deeply into his eyes, so deeply. Nothing, I love you. Do you love me?
Gwen?
Oh,
This is Gwen, right?
Yes!
Yes.
Night! And I give him a little goodnight kiss. I go, and I turn over in bed like this.
Good night.
Ah!
So this is married life then. As it goes up a little bit. Roll me a stealth.
Okay. Advantage.
With advantage.
Okay.
You have advantage. What we got?
17. And
Okay.
I'm glad I have advantage because the other one was a natural one.
Alright.
I rolled great, guys.
You,
It's fine.
as you call on him, you do see the door kind of close quietly. But
But you know who it is. Yeah, you're like,
alrighty, heading to bed. Heading to bed. Great. Tobias Kinsey, sir.
But after I go.
Are you gonna go back to the White Lady Inn to be with her mama?
Oh, I know. I'm gonna go to bed. He'll meet me in bed.
Oh, okay.
He'll meet
I'm
me.
walking back to the White Lady
That's
Are
very
you
good.
into what lady in?
Yeah.
Alright.
to meet with Remy.
Awesome, yeah. So in terms of sharing specific lore or whatever,
Yeah.
that's stuff that, you know, we've spoken about before. And as we said before, it's gonna kind of just relay on rolls with Remy.
Mhm.
Or yeah. So
Yeah.
it'll work on that basis. So you don't have to share anything you don't want to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah. Cool. Mr. Kensley, where are we at, sir?
I'm gonna head to the bar.
Great.
Speak to my my good friend B at the bar.
Alright.
And real quick, what's her name again?
Bailey.
Baleen. Okay.
Speaker! The usual, sir.
Actually, do maybe give me a bit of information. Is there a Baleen staying here?
Oh!
Yep, that's
Yeah, yeah, don't you requested a private room and lots of cheese and bread? High paying customer, like I say.
great. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're getting some good business.
Oh,
Uh,
right. I mean, place is a lot better than it used to be.
Listen, I'm gonna go visit her at her room if that's all right with you.
No judgment, myself.
No. Well,
The whole inn.
So to the you.
yeah,
Alright. If I might recommend, she puts out a bottle of wine. Never show up to a lady empty-handed, son.
This guy knows.
Thanks, buddy. All right. And I approach the.
People clapping you on the back. Good job.
Yeah. As, Crank opened the door. And, Pock on side. Humble kind of about it. She's probably been doing this, on travel as well. Two kind of kobolds that immediately react to the door opening. For a little bit, and Valiant looks at the door, sees you, she says, "Oh, at ease, boys." And they kind of just sort of shrink and they kind of keep eyes on you. There's something weird about these fucking kobolds. She says, "Oh, hello, speaker. Please
Baleen.
do come in to my humble abode.
Yes,
What is
thank
it that
you.
I can do for you so late at night, dear boy?"
Well, I was hoping if I could just speak to you for a few moments. I believe we might have some mutual interests.
Oh. Enticing offer. Please take a seat.
This is from the house. It's at the.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is probably the most generous town that you guys have out here. She pops it open and sort of refills her glass. Thank you. Takes a long sip and she says, "So, which one of us do you want to know about?"
Desmond.
And what do you want to know about the Red Wizard of Fae?
Well, for one thing, I'd like to know why he doesn't trust you.
My boy, none of us trust each other. Would you trust someone that was constantly competing with you to be the most ambitious person in the room?
Suppose not.
No, of course not, because you're a smart boy.
But it's kind of interesting that you call yourselves a brotherhood, and none of you act very brotherly.
Now I suppose the families had a flair for dramatics, I suppose. Plus, an enticing name encourages people to compete, you know. You don't want to be a part of the bookworm and so on.
Speaking of books, your interest in this endeavor really comes down to that book.
And my dear friend, Professor Scant. Of
Right.
course, I would love to be reunited with him.
Well, Desmond is interested in the same book. Can you tell me why he wants it?
Roll persuasion.
Here we go.
20.
20. I mean, there's the immediate on the surface. He gets to say he's the one that found it. Then there's the other particular reasons. You want to know my favorite thing about being studious is? Knowing things other people don't. Exclusivity of knowledge is that greatest flaw, makes you immortal in certain cases. Whoever knows anything inside this book, especially if it pertains to information to ending all this, you're not going to let anything happen to them. Your staunch friend certainly isn't, and the rest of them. Whoever knows what's inside that book, whoever can decipher it, well, they're going to be pretty lush this side of the world, wouldn't you think? Second of all, puts you ahead of everybody else trying to ascertain magic this side of the world. Many secrets sleep under the glaciers, and while the glaciers are still thick, you're not going to find them. Personally, I think the book does a little more than share stories of Winter Bitch.
And Desmond seems to think so as well.
I'm sure he does. All of his flaws, he is not a stupid individual.
Right. Which brings me to my next question.
Yes, Doc.
I've recently learned that maybe I shouldn't trust him as much as I have. Can you confirm that? Can you...
Absolutely. The man's from Thay. Do you know anything about Thay, my boy?
I don't.
Well, then I hate to spoil your mood. It's a horrible place, full of horrible people. They make and breed horrible people. Slavery is the norm, as much as, I suppose, sad, cold people are the norm here. They study the dead in gruesome ways. I myself have a little more honor to it, sort of just as a pinky out towards the kobold is like. They're quite happy, I assure you. That's a smile. Smile for the speaker. So look at that happy boy.
Beautiful.
My boy, if I can be perfectly frank with you, I wouldn't trust any of us. Don't even trust me. Just know that if you give me the reunion that I so request, I will gladly hold my end of the deal. I miss my Professor Scant. I can't do what I do without.
Insight check?
Sure.
14.
She seems pretty genuine. Yeah. There's something mysterious about Professor Scant, but
Right.
yeah, she misses him.
And it's precisely because you just said that that I trust you the most. Man,
Sorry,
they are really
sorry.
rowdy tonight, aren't
Now, I was in a thematic mood one night. This is whenever someone says something sweet. It's just music in the background. Yeah, apologies.
Gotcha. You do that instead of actually expressing.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Well,
Show surprise for me. Good boy.
they really are quite something.
Yeah, there's something on. They keep me company.
Well, we're about to go on this trek, and I'd like it very much if I could confide in you when I need to, because I care very much about the people we're traveling with, and I don't want anything to happen to them.
So, roll me a persuasion or deception based on however you're requesting this.
23.
23. Second, my dear boy. Providing that, of course, you answer a question of mine.
Sure.
Truthfully. Heroic grandeurs aside, because none of which would impress myself or present company. Why do you want this book so bad? So bad that you'll go and deal with a dragon, which, if I may be perfectly frank, none of you, with any other help, are perfectly capable of handling. Why risk yourself for such a book? You've got good friends. You have in charge of a town in need of repair, but it doesn't look like you're far from it.
Well, it's simple, really, and this won't impress you, but I would like to rid this place of the eternal night for good.
Okay then. I'm satisfied with the answer. You're more than welcome to confide with me along said trip. And you hold well to your bargain of reuniting me with Professor Scant. I will lend any and all information to help you on said quest. Provided, of course, a speaker vouches for me, badge and all, to explore the lands of Icewind Dale for any and all secrets that may melt away once said winter bitch is gone.
I see no problem with that.
She ungloves her hand, and her old but bitterly cold hand grips yours. Which says, very well. We have a deal. I'll hold you to it, and you may more than welcome hold me to mine. I will, however, be traveling with Kratos. That is a very, very impressive wagon.
Yes, I think I'll join you as well.
Very well. I'll see you there, boy. Now, if you don't mind, I am quite tired.
Yes, of course. Get some rest. I'll see you in the morning.
Yes, you won't. Say goodbye to the speaker. And sort of wave in unison. Right. Leaving you out towards the rest of the night, however you wish to handle it.
Kinda wish they made out.
Yeah, I'll walk out.
Oh, him and the kobolds, or
Those are pretty cute. She would be the one that assigned someone to.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Make out.
go. Show
Brush
it.
his hair.
I'm just gonna head home and hit the hay. Yeah.
Alrighty, so as you hit the hay, enjoying the rest of your house, you and Remy spend the night discussing, talking about everything else that you could possibly sort of think that brother might intersect.
Could I add something to that?
Absolutely.
Like after we've had the conversation?
Sure, yeah. Majority of the night, I'll say Ronaldo does indeed come home eventually before he cuddles into you very tightly, holding onto you. Okay, see.
I saved all of our friends today.
What? What happened?
I warned them of. I relayed the Bezzies.
Sorry.
And that's what I did. What do you think?
Very proud of you, man. Wow. You brought daylight to East Haven and now you're saving people with information.
With gossip?
Gossip, right?
It's survival.
Yeah.
Gossip's. It's fine.
Alright.
Alright.
Love you,
I
babe.
love you.
As you guys cuddle up, you live with Remy after divulging the information. Whew. All right. I'm getting a little tired, Yuki. I think we might have. I think I got what I need.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I think, to be honest, even though you don't fully trust me, which understandable, I do trust you. And I trust you with this information. To be honest, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
Not in a, well, I don't know what way, but
You mean other than the dragon?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you know, dragons will find you anywhere pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think when you've run away from something for so long and then they appear out of nowhere, you know, and it all depends on a charade, pretty much. If depending on how your life is going to shape out, because I mean, from the story I just told you, it's not exactly the most warm place to go back to. I mean, it's not horrible, you know, people doting on you and everything, but it's never been my life, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's just, you know, I've enjoyed the good people and meeting everyone on this path, and it's I don't want to leave it.
Yeah, well, we play our cards right, Katie, you know that.
Yeah.
Play our cards right, we can walk away with a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's a gamble, but
Yeah. We all get to retire. You know,
yeah.
you saving, do our job.
You think that's where you stay? This side? See if a little permanent relay for Rogue.
Yeah, you know, I think as long I met with some half orc tonight on the way here, and looks like possibly moving up the ranks with Rogue, so
Yeah, well,
that'll be good.
competition did. So.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I don't think I have to be on the run for her anymore, you know, kind of going to city to city. I
Yeah.
think I've shown enough here that hopefully she'll let me stay and build up here, and we can be a resource for her. And
Yeah. It'll be a good friend to have. So.
yeah, better to be on the good side than the bad side, you know.
Good lord, yes.
Oh yes. But yeah, I feel like I've been oddly running for so long. I know we're about to go run, but I feel like I've been running for so long that I feel like even though I'm faking Crano, like pretending to be Crano,
Yeah.
I feel like in a way it's my new me. I
Sure.
guess you could say, and it feels nice that I get to stop running.
This place is a habit of doing that.
Yeah,
Did it to it did to literally everyone.
Mhm.
Like,
and hopefully it'll be a little bit more warmer once we come back.
fucking better be.
Man.
Bonnie's a little jealous of Mr. Binwell.
Well, I have this little ring of warmth, so
Must be nice.
would you like it?
Nah, I'll be good. Got my coat. Works well.
I just slip it on him.
You know, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's go do this thing. One step at a time. Fool your brother. Fool the dragon. Kill a god.
Yeah. I gotta go find a room because I'm not sleeping on the floor again. Because I've been doing that for 2 nights, and
Don't you have a house?
yeah.
Well, what's the deal with that?
We only had enough rooms for everyone to have one room, and then
Uh-huh.
it was me and Gwen who were
Sure.
bunking together,
Yeah.
and then Gwen decided to get married, and married life happened. So
Oh, so
I
they-
proceeded to leave, and the only opening was the floor.
No.
So, yeah.
Well, just between you and me, you could just stare at Borla the whole night and she's good with it. I'm not happy that I have that knowledge because it's literally fucking useless to me. You know? But,
Yeah.
but I do know it.
Yeah.
Makes
I
me feel
think,
sick.
I just want some, I think we're about to be crammed in, like, sardines for a little bit. So, I think a night of realizing what's about to be in front of us is the night I need.
Before you go.
Yeah.
He reaches into his head and he pulls out a sort of wispy kind of memory and he just gently puts it on your temple. And you're back in the temple. Every time.
Right as it goes
That's
to
never
a great
really
moment. Yeah, whoa.
It puts it into it. And you see a very brief clip of kind of watching from afar. You're a whole different person. You don't really understand like who you are. You don't know who you are. But you are looking at the good people enjoying a drink. You're not there. Crano isn't there. But you see them kind of discussing some sort of plans, and you do see Gwen mention a couple of times. Man, I wish Crano would hang with us. I hope Crano doesn't have any other friends. Just talking about how, yeah, it would be nice if Crano was here. I miss Crano. Let's go find our best friend, Crano. And then the memory kind of fades. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, sure.
I was gonna have a different reaction had I been in there. I would have just been like, oh, watching me, I see.
Just looking at the window wistfully. Oh, Crane overturned.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem.
But, hope you know we care about you too. And if I could do the wispy thing to you, you'd see it too. But
Yeah, no,
you can just steal my memories to see it, you know.
yeah,
Or borrow them or whatever you want to say to make you
I'm
feel
gonna
better.
try my best to sort of lean out the whole head pluck as much as I can these days.
Yeah.
Just to stay focused, but I will take you on your word. I come to the realization that, yeah, I got some friends this time. Not like I got friends, but friends. No, like muscle. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
friends. Like my friends are around the corner. With like
Yeah,
swords and stuff.
I think Borla's the only one who can ever fall into that category because
Yeah, I think she's a bit
I think if the good people were to show up, they'd probably be like, these guys, really? That's your muscle. Maybe call him Charlie, not us, but
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Shit.
yeah.
Charlie.
But I'm just because we're I'm just like, well, all right, well I'm kind of tired. And I just put my hand on his face and I go, we're friends. Smack back, and I walk out.
He's literally just doesn't know how to handle that kind of social interaction.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Closes the door.
As he
That's
just
right.
ponders life.
Alright, my friends, as we take our time resting up, getting ready for the morning travels, that is where we're going to end tonight's session of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Join us every Tuesday at 9 p.m. as we continue this journey forward. Yeah, join us every Mondays at 9 p.m. We'll be seeing DM chats here in this studio with Casey and myself. We got some making up to do because the connection last time was a little
Just
funky.
the shit out of the mic.
Yeah, just suck it. That's what Team Chats is about. We're just gonna punch it out.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna continue this journey as we're now leaving East Haven, heading out towards dangerous territory. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching us. I really appreciate you. If you love somebody, tell them that you love them. And till next Tuesday.